Hey guys, wow, I'm enjoying some absolutely gorgeous riding up in the San Gabriel Mountains above Southern California. Showing you some of the views that I'm seeing here. See, I think it's December 5th. It's about noon, and just gorgeous day. In the sun, it feels like it's about 80. When I get in the shade up here, it feels like it's in the low 60s. But since we have lots of sun in Southern California, it makes for very pleasant riding, even in the dead of winter. So let me take you down to why I'm shooting this little video. I think I'm at 4,300 feet thereabouts. I've climbed about 3,000 feet, and I've done that with this wheel, Inmotion V11. Just got this a couple days ago. That's on mine. It's on loan from Yuko. There'll be a link down below for their website where you can buy this if you want. Thank you, Rose, who is one of the co-owners. She's very nice. I've ridden with her. Last time I rode with her was in Las Vegas on West Wheel 3. That was fun. And thanks for Nick for arranging all this so I could get this wheel for a couple weeks. Now I had the pre-production demo wheel that some of you guys might recall died on me right before I was going to ride up Overheat Hill, and Inmotion shrugged their shoulders and said, well, it's fixed in the production motors. Of course, I never agreed with that, because how can you say something was fixed if you don't even know what was broken, which they clearly didn't. So in my mind, it's a Hail Mary pass as to what went wrong. Anyway, this is a production wheel. So what I've noticed with production wheel, of course, is that there's more protection on the bottom for the valve. You've got the top valve filler, so there's two valves now. The pedals are higher. This wheel is super quiet. If you might remember, I was really complaining about that demo wheel. The fan on that headlight was annoyingly loud. I haven't heard a thing today so far. Beautiful. And got some nice shiny Inmotion logo there. Other than that, I haven't noticed anything different. I've got the lower chamber pumped at 80, based on what my previous riding, a couple hundred miles on the other wheel, and then I set the top chamber to 50 for the recommendation. So I got to tell you, it's been a while since I've ridden this, and right now I'm riding on probably the toughest trail that I know of in Southern California. It's not a single track rocky trail, boulder type trail, but it's a fire road, small fire road trail with lots of big rocks that you have to avoid, and sand traps, and I figure it's a great test for this wheel. And so far, it's beautiful. I love these pedals are, the original in V11 pedals were high, but these are insanely high. It feels great. It just feels like you're not going to pedal scrape on anything. I think it's going to be bad luck if I hit the valve track on the bottom that's close to the tire. That's only going to hit the pedals. Are never going to hit anything. And again, it reminds me how pleasant this wheel is for riding trails like this. Now I'll show you some of the trail riding. But again, I've ridden about miles maybe to get up here, 3,000 feet of the trail riding, and I love it. Man, the only thing that makes me hesitant about buying a V11 is the battery. I just wish it was a bit more, but this does have a bit more than my pre-production, so we'll see. I really am tempted to get one of these for my non-long range. I mean, for stuff like this, it's just so much more pleasant, the suspension. I'm going to be getting the S18 from Yuko in a couple weeks for a bit longer testing. Looking forward to that. So fun times. All right, I'll see you a little bit on the trail. Another thing I like about the additional height is that it feels like you have better leverage for twisting and turning the tire, which is useful on trails like this when you have to twist and turn to avoid big rocks and stuff. You know, if you're not used to, it might take a while for you to get used to it if you're not used to tall wheels. It can feel a little odd. And I suppose the argument could be made it's less stable. But for trail riding, actually you don't want stability. It needs to be more like a high-end sports car, so you can really whip it around as needed. Stability is for cruising. It's more like for the Sherman. I know on video this doesn't look hard at all, but trust me, it's a workout, and I'm really glad I've got this. See, I just would not want to take the Sherman on this ride at all. Only like the MSX, MSP, only wheels with high pedal clearance, and then with the addition of the shocks, it makes this tough, but actually more fun and not totally awful. I clipped something. I think it sounded like maybe the shock. Another clip. I'll look at the shocks when I'm done to see if they're scratched up. I really got to think about buying one of these. I'm going to be doing the S18 on this exact same trail. So I'll be able to compare them. more directly for this kind of trail riding, right? They're all different. I just watched Mickey's video. He says S18 is the best. But then again, Mickey's not doing this kind of trail riding. And this is where you want the pedal height, which I don't think the S18 has. I think this probably beats all. Maybe the EX has better height. So I rode that for a tiny bit. We'll see. Okay, I'm almost up to the top. I'm approaching an old tunnel. There's more hikers up here since it's close to a road. And this is where I'm going to walk it. And this is an absolute minefield. Not too long though. I've never seen anyone make it up this on a unicycle before though, so I'll see you at the tunnel. Okay, back riding again. The tunnel. I'll put a GPS I couldn't quite make it. Whew. I'll put a GPS pin where this is. Whew. I always like tunnels. Gorgeous views here, as long as you're not afraid of heights. I guess the first time I fall off a cliff, that'll be when I become afraid of heights. Woo! Beautiful ride. Hey, if any of you guys are going to join me for the 2021 Southern California tour, we will be doing this. That may or not be a good thing based on your perspective. Almost there. And I made it. 2 bars still. So I want to break for lunch and then decide how I want to go down. If I want to go down this way, I'd like to go down the other way, but I'm going to have to climb, do some climbing, a mile or so. But then I'll be taking the Mount Wilson Toll Road down, and that's steeper, so you get a lot better recharge. So I'm leaning towards doing that. So I'll let you know what I decide in a bit. Well, I was at 39% battery at that point. So I thought, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna take this, be conservative, gonna go kind of slowish. So I gotta climb, it's hard to say, 500 feet? I don't know, 500 to 1,000 feet, something like that. I gotta climb to get up to the Mount Wilson Observatory, and then I can hop on the tow road trail down, which should be nice. Ooh, I gotta tell you, in the shade here, we did this ride last weekend. Yeah, I did a related ride, but we were at this same spot. It was a little bit later in the day, but oh man, it's cold. When you're up about 5,000 feet in December on the north side of the mountain, it feels like it's in the 40s. Can't wait to get around, get some sun. All right. I'll see you again when I'm on the road down, on the trail downward. Beautiful views up here, though. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I made it to the top, Mount Wilson. It's probably more like a 500-foot climb, I would say, something like that. Anyway, I'm down to 30%. I think it was about 27 when I stopped, but I was looking at my phone for a little bit, so as usual, it climbed up to about 30%. So we'll see what kind of regen we get. I'm going to predict that when I get down to the bottom, 45 to 50% battery. So we'll see. 50%, I'll say. Yeah. We'll see how close I get. All right. I've switched cameras. I want to give you a better perspective, closer to the wheel, which the 360 is not best at. Oh. That was a tough spot. Whew. Absolutely gorgeous view, and much warmer on the southern side of the mountain, that's for sure. I love riding. Be out here, nature, away from COVID, all the politics and all the just the mess down in civilization. Away from it all up here, communing with nature. I'm really thinking more and more about buying a V11. I gotta wait till I try to give some extensive testing on the S18, but I just love the shocks, and I love the pedal height for this, for the trail riding that I do. And that's probably where I would use this wheel a lot for this kind of riding. Go up, take an afternoon off, and go up do trail riding like this, and get away from it all. On the picnic bench. You know, take a break, have a snack and a drink. Gorgeous day though. Look at that view. That's LA, and you can see the reflection of the ocean, Pacific Ocean, way off in the distance. You probably can't, but I can. Okay, I have made it down. about a 4,300 foot descent, and 46%. Didn't quite hit my estimate of 50%, but pretty good considering I started at 30% if I remember. And yeah, nothing like riding for about 9 miles and gaining 15+% battery. All right, so I got to go back, wind my way out of this canyon here, and then get on the streets and get back to my car. It might be another 5 miles or so, but I'll get you the final statistics on my ride today and the V11 in terms of battery and everything. But so far, so good. Fun ride today. Okay, back to my truck. One big loop, and pretty good. Let me see. Let me double check again. Yeah, 33% battery on the Inmotion V11. So that's pretty good. And statistics, by the way, I'm going to put a link down below in the description for a GPS file if you want to download the actual route that I just rode. But it's almost 27 miles. I've been moving for about three hours. I've been on the road for 4 hours 45 minutes. You know, I had a couple breaks, lunch, snack, so forth. Climbed 4,700 feet. Total up and down elevation today was about 11,000 feet. Clean this guy when I get home. Great. And by the way, I started today with 89% battery. When Yuko shipped me the wheel, it had come from someone else, and they forgot to put the charger in the box, so they're sending me the charger separately. But it had about 90% battery. Figured it would still make it today, so that's fantastic. Yeah, this production V11 is definitely an improvement, and the difference in pedal height is dramatic for me on the kind of trails I was riding today, with big rocks, and it's noticeable. And I'll double check later, but I don't see any evidence of damage on the shock. Yeah, they look good. So V11. Yeah, I'm really conflicted. If this was 100, I don't even care if it's 100 volt, but if it was like 1,800 watt hour wheel, boy, I would buy that in a heartbeat. It's still a strong possibility I'm going to buy it, because, and another thing, I forgot my, a lot of times I wear some supports for my knees. I don't feel anything on my knees. Nothing. These trails, what I normally do, like on a veteran or something like that, my knees are killing me. I don't feel anything. I totally attribute that to the suspension. All right, hope you enjoyed today's ride, and I'll see you soon.